Overall, the data from around the country, over and over again, if there's one thing that criminologists agree on, and there's not a lot that they agree on, is that in order to be effective, punishment needs to be swift and certain, but it need not be severe. Another thing that the data shows is that when you engage in rehabilitative interventions to try to figure out what are the underlying problems that that person has. Is it drug abuse? Is it alcoholism? Is it mental illness? Is it simply homelessness, a lack of job skills so that maybe job training can get them on their feet? When you do those kinds of interventions, the recidivism rate goes down, the repeat offense rate goes down. And so I take those two things as the two pillars and then try to craft policies that work with that. Mm-hmm. So on the one hand, if it is not just a low-level offense, a lot of what you're talking about are quality of life offenses, mm-hmm. People that are just constantly using drugs and public urination and vagrancy and drunken disorderly or disorderly conduct, things like that. There's low-level offenses that are crying out for rehabilitative interventions, right? At the more serious level, there is a role for incarceration. If someone, especially if they're violent, or even if they're non-violent, but it's repeat offenses, like the 15th shoplifting, right. Arrest. So there is a role for straight incarceration, but we don't need to just, the sentence length isn't as important as the perception on the part of the would-be criminal that there is a likelihood that they will get caught mm-hmm. and that they will receive some sentence. Yeah. And even with those people that are doing the more serious crimes or the lower level crimes, but they're doing it for the 10th time, yep. Even there is a space for rehabilitative intervention because there's probably something going on in their lives too, that if we could address that, then it would be less likely to do the repeat offending down the line.